Greetings, sim racers. Just a quick little video. I had a really cool race with this guy, but it was only the last, well, it only became really close in the last couple of laps. TYR Lig. Don't drive this car very much. Wasn't probably maxing out the gear changes on the straights because he was catching me on the straight line, even though he wasn't in the slipstream. He picked up a penalty in the first few corners, so it actually gave me a little bit of breathing room. But yeah, it kind of served as a good example of how you can still beat someone who's quicker than you by using racecraft. So he serves his penalty, drops him just out of the slipstream, but I need to work out how he was catching me on the straights because the gear changes seemed about the same. But anyway, even though I was getting better exits on some corners. So anyway, I do fastest lap, he immediately sets one faster. And next lap, I do fastest lap and he immediately sets one faster. But he's in the slipstream now, but he's catching me. And then, you know, in the last couple of laps it's going to be battle on. And already you're starting to think about how you can still win. So you never want to defend in this corner, because if you do, you're only going to get passed on the next straight, and then it's a load of corners coming up where you can't get past, so you could break the toe. So I let him through, but he gets a bit of a twitch, pushes me out wide, which stops me from getting a penalty, I think, because I think I should have had a penalty there. But anyway, he's now where he really wanted to be, which is behind into the first corner, which of course then means he can make a move. So it's like, oh bugger, that didn't quite work. It meant to be the other way round. But anyway, he tried to get a switch back, but he does a nice block pass on the apex, which is fair enough. So now it's about hounding him. I was always quicker down this section, so what I managed to do here is I just get a slightly better exit, and that just gives me the opportunity to poke a nose down the inside of this corner. And I'm not trying to overtake here, all I'm trying to do is keep him off the racing line. So still keeping him off the racing line, still keeping him off the racing line, and then I can cut back here, and now I can do an overtake. So racecraft, you can be slower, but you can still beat someone, even though they're quicker. They'll flash the hazards because he didn't cut back in on me, he knew I was there. Fair enough, good stuff. So probably another lap or two, it'd either been that kind of ding dong all the way, or he'd have come out on top. And you can hear me hitting the rev limiter there. Don't get that changed down to second gear properly at all in this car. It's too short from what I'm used to. Could do with driving it a bit more, get more practice, because apparently this is with the BOP settings has been bumped up the rankings a little bit. But anyway, win, miles ahead of the rest of the field. Good scrap and good fun. Instant friend request.